Welcome to the XiaoWellness podcast, a space for sustainable health, mindful movement, and honest conversations to help you come home to yourself. I'm your host, Mejia.
What if you could get paid like a landlord just for owning your favorite stocks? I stopped stressing about market swings and built a simple two-part income strategy that lets me build wealth peacefully. Here's how. This entire philosophy was born from a painful mistake, a massive panic sell that resulted in a huge loss. That moment taught me my old strategy was broken. This is the powerful, peace-focused approach I built in its place to ensure it never happens again. That experience led to a profound shift in my journey through the world of investing. A shift that has brought incredible clarity and peace to my approach to financial growth. For so long, I had followed systems, learned framework, and diligently applied strategies. But after that event, something fundamentally changed, transforming how I view market movements and how I build lasting wealth. Just a few days ago, the market opened with a wave of uncertainty. Like many, I saw unrealized shifts in my portfolio, yet this time my mindset was different. Instead of fear, I saw opportunity. I began to view market weakness not as a setback, but as a potential sale, a chance to acquire the high-quality assets I truly want to own for the long term at a disciplined price. This was more than just a different perspective. It felt like a significant personal evolution in my investing philosophy. The pivotal point arrived after deep dives into the fundamentals of robust, established companies. As I truly understood their business models, their unwavering commitment to growth, and their consistent ability to reward owners, I had a moment of profound clarity about my own personal investor DNA. I realized that while certain strategies are brilliant for acquiring assets at a discount, my deepest desire is to be an owner more directly. I don't like waiting to buy. This realization was everything. It led to a conscious decision to refine my entire approach. My strategy ceased to be a template I was merely following. It became a framework built precisely around my specific goals and my temperament. We moved from a model of waiting to acquire to a disciplined buy-first model. This pivotal shift has brought incredible clarity to my mission. Going forward, my refined mindset and strategy are built on these core pillars. Our entry is strategic acquisition. We no longer wait. Our primary method for becoming owners is to acquire share of high-quality companies directly. But this is done with precision, only when the asset is trading at or near a strong technical support level. This is how we create our own built-in margin of safety, ensuring we enter positions thoughtfully. Our income is from dual sources. Immediately upon acquiring shares, we become what I call landlords of these incredible businesses. We generate income from two powerful, consistent streams. First, the reliable, growing distributions paid consistently by the company itself. Second, the consistent premiums generated from conservative option strategies, executed with the primary intention of holding on to our shares for the long term. Our goal is to collect income, not to have our core holdings called away. Our goal is peaceful compounding. This refined system is perfectly aligned with my deepest desire to hold great companies, allowing them to compound in value over years, without the stress of frequent adjustments or the fear of losing core positions. The focus is on patient buying, generating peaceful, repeatable income, and building a lasting legacy, one high-quality asset at a time. For me, this approach is no longer just a plan. It's a strategy tailored to who I am and what I truly value. My motivation feels clearer than ever. It's about building enduring wealth with a sense of peace and purpose. I invite you to explore your own investor DNA, what truly aligns with your goals and temperament. Understanding this can transform your journey. This is about giving you the room to question how to align your own goals and how to tailor this approach to fit your unique needs. It allows you to cultivate strength, wisdom, and wealth, one intentional step at a time. I hope this session has empowered you to think about your own investor DNA. But once you have that clarity, you need a system to put it into action. That's exactly what we're doing next, finding and acquiring the asset. The practical application of the new philosophy. This act details the methodical process of finding the right company at the right price. It's the how-to of acquiring the core asset. As professional owner, we're not chasing fleeting trends or speculative plays. We're looking for businesses with enduring value. Think of established companies with a proven track record of profitability, a sustainable competitive advantage, strong management, healthy balance sheets, and a history of rewarding shareholders through consistent and growing dividends. Crucially, we only invest in what we understand. This is the circle of competence rule. Stick to industries and business models you can analyze and comprehend. Ask yourself, can I explain how this company makes money? To begin our search, we can use financial screeners to filter for companies that meet these criteria. So once we have a list of high-quality assets that fit our circle of competence, we turn our attention to the margin of safety rule. As patient owners, we don't just buy at any price. We demand a discount. Remember, we think like owners. An owner is a patient buyer. We're not trying to time the market perfectly, but we are aiming to acquire share at a fair price, which we define as being at or near a strong, pre-identified technical support level. Technical support levels are price points where buying pressure has historically been strong enough to halt or reverse a downtrend. This involves analyzing a stock's price chart, looking for previous lows that held or areas of congestion where the price traded sideways. Our strategy is about the intersection of a good company and a good price. We first identify high-quality assets and then patiently wait for them to trade near established support levels before considering a purchase. Let's look at an example. Here's Company X, a high-quality dividend payer. Notice how the price has repeatedly bounced off this level. This is the kind of area where we, as patient owners, might consider initiating a position. By combining our quality assessment with a disciplined approach to technical support, we adhere to the margin of safety rule and increase our odds of a favorable entry price. In our next video, we'll discuss how to make that asset work for you by generating consistent income and, just as importantly, how to manage the process like a true owner. Generating income and mastering the system. Most investors buy a stock and then simply hope it goes up. A true owner, however, builds a system to generate predictable cash flow from their assets. This video is about that system. We'll break down the specific option strategy we use to create immediate income and the disciplined process for tracking, learning, and compounding that wealth for years to come. We covered the disciplined process of identifying a high-quality asset and acquiring it with a margin of safety. Now comes the exciting part, generating consistent income from these holdings and mastering the system for long-term growth. Immediately after acquiring our 100 shares, We become landlords, generating income through two streams. The first is the dividend. The second, which we can act on immediately, is selling conservative covered calls. Our approach here is crucial and deliberate. We employ proactive strike selection, meaning we sell out-of-the-money call options with a low delta, typically between 0.10 and 0.20. We choose strike prices that are significantly above the current market price because our primary intention is to collect the premium, not to have our shares called away. We want to maintain ownership for long-term compounding. This is where the system over emotion rule is vital. We follow our defined process for strike selection and expiration. Consistency and probability are our allies. And a professional tip when you place the trade, set your limit order at the midpoint between the bid and ask prices. This ensures you get a fair price without delay, because our goal is to put the system to work, not to haggle over pennies. This disciplined, system-based approach is what protects us from emotional mistakes. It also gives us a clear plan for the two outcomes we must manage. First, if the stock price drops, we hold our high-quality asset like an owner and continue to sell calls, collecting more premium to lower our cost basis over time. Second, if the stock soars and our shares are called away, we treat it as a successful, profitable trade and patiently wait for a new, disciplined entry point. By planning for these scenarios, we remove fear from the equation. And to reinforce that discipline and ensure we are constantly improving, we must embrace the final crucial elements of the ownership blueprint, the logbook rule, and remaining a perpetual student. The logbook rule states that every trade is a lesson. This means meticulously tracking every acquisition and every covered call. Record the dates, prices, support levels identified, and the option details. Regularly review this logbook. What's working? Where could you improve? Finally, the market is constantly evolving. We must remain perpetual students, continuously learning and adapting by staying informed about our companies and the broader market. The logbook rule and a commitment to lifelong learning are essential for long-term success. By diligently tracking our progress and continuously seeking knowledge, we refine our system and build a stronger foundation for lasting wealth. Every major change, from overcoming debt to finding my voice, began on a quiet page. I created From Pages to Possibility, a workbook sharing my exact framework. This proven, repeatable system helps you find your voice, dream freely, and build a life you truly love. Join my Patreon community today and immediately unlock the complete digital workbook and my workout tracker. Visit my Patreon and start your journey. Come inside and see my wellness process, from whole foods nutrition to daily movement and a lifestyle rhythm that feels sustainable. I'll see you there.